Good morning, my lovelies. It is the start of another week, which means another author curriculum week. So we are on, I think we're on week 8. Yeah, we're on week 8. That's really exciting. So this week is going to be kind of an interesting week. And I know last week I had talked about, feeling a little bit of a creative rut and in regards to this challenge and in regards to a lot of other things. So I think this week's going to be kind of like a nice reprieve from some of that, and I'll explain why. This week, as of recording this, is the best week of October. And the reason for that is not only is my birthday this week, but it's also me and my husband's 5-year wedding anniversary this week. Yay for us. We decided that we were going to do this fun little, basically like a long weekend getaway. So from Friday to Monday, we're going to be out of town. We're going to Outer Banks in North Carolina, which we've never been to before. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, my hair. Ooh. We're basically going to the beach, and it's going to be like a spa weekend at this resort on the beach, and we're really excited about it. So with that said, we're going to be having to tailor a lot of author curriculum stuff around that, which as of actually recording this, today's actually Tuesday because I had other things that I had to get done yesterday and I was not able to record anything. So with that said, it's going to be kind of an interesting week for the author curriculum because I'm going to have to be Luna, you act naughty, you get the hold. So say good morning, Luna. Anyway, the author curriculum this week is going to be kind of tailored around, I have the goals set the way that they are, but it's kind of under the understanding that most of it may not get done to the extent that I want them to, especially for word count and that kind of thing. So we're going to just touch on what I have set for the week. And then again, under the understanding that some of it may not get done. So for creative writing, yes, I have the 4,000 to 6,000. I haven't figured out a way to make that more realistic for myself, but we're just going to add whatever word count we can. So would love to get to that, but we're not going to stress out. We're not going to fuss. We're not going to beat ourselves up if that doesn't happen. For editing and proofreading, we're going to do the initial review of the feedback that I got from my author friend. She gave me the physical copy, so it's basically just going to be going through and highlighting things for story stuff because she changed a lot, made a lot of notes for grammar and that kind of thing. So yes, important, but I'm looking more for the story notes that she put in. So we're going to go through, highlight those while we're waiting for the feedback from everybody else. So that one will be relatively easy because it's just kind of pulling out what feedback I need and then waiting for the rest of the feedback to come in. For the classic lit, we're going to be doing chapter 71 through 80 of Monte Cristo. So fun with that. And because we'll be doing the road trip again this week and it's going to be a long road trip to the beach, basically, I'm going to have time to definitely knock this out. So let's go. With communications this week, we're actually going to change it up a little bit because this is something I have to get done before I leave because this needs to be sent out when I come back. We're going to get together and we're going to put together the PR boxes for the pen name project. That's going to be really exciting because those, again, I've got a release coming out in November, on November 19th, as I've stated plenty of times before, especially on my YouTube shorts and that kind of thing. My book, The Pen Name Project, comes out on November 19th. So I've got all of the PR packages and boxes, the boxes and all that kind of stuff to send out. So we'll just have a nice little sit down chat while I put those together. So that'll be fun. For health and wellness, I've given up on trying to force myself to go to an in-person yoga class. I definitely don't have time this week. So this week we're just going to try some guided meditations. We're going to keep it really easy. We're going to keep it really chill. Not going to stress out about it. And then for sculpting, if I can work on the book-related charms, that's going to be great. If not, again, we're not going to stress out about it. So that's what we have going on for this week. So Luna, would you like to say, let's move on? Let's get started, huh? Or do you just want to lay there like that? She's in kind of a spicy mood this morning, so she wants to be up and about and running around, so yes. Don't hit me with that. Don't hit me with your tail. That's so rude. Here, you want to say goodbye? Love me. Let me love you. Hello, my lovelies. So, as you can see, I am now freshly showered. I have finished up with my full-time job for the day. We're going to be putting together a couple of pen name project packages. So I thought I would... Luna's trying to eat some of the package. Can you not? Not for you. Not for you. I should know that this is absolute danger noodle for her. She loves this kind of stuff. But yes, I thought it would be fun if we could sit down together and just chit-chat for a bit. Luna, stop it! It's not for you. What she's after is what I was going to show you guys. I got these like little like glitter looking noodles to put into the boxes. So I'm going to have to move this over here so she doesn't eat them. Because as you can tell, she thinks they're a quite right treat. So what all is going into these packages and what are these packages for? So this package is the PR package that I'm going to be sending out to family, some friends. I have 2 influencers that I had reached out to who were happy to receive this book, or 3. I think it was actually 3 influencers that I had reached out to who were happy to receive a copy and to receive a PR package, and we're open to that. So we're going to be putting these together to send to them. And this is for the promotion for the Pen Name Project, which releases on November 19th. So with that said, what goes into these boxes? Well, obviously, as you can see behind me, a copy of the book will be going out to them. I will be personalizing them, signing them, all that kind of stuff, which for now, we're going to be hitting just the boxes and putting the goodies together and collecting them. So a signed copy will be going in there. And then I have a couple of other goodies that I'm going to be putting into the boxes. So let me show you some of what I was going to put into them, or what I am going to be putting into them. So I've been collecting these over time. And again, this, I should also point out, this is a disclaimer. I'm a new-time indie author. I have saved up for this. This is not a requirement as an indie author, especially as like an early book that you're working on, the first, second, third. You don't need to do this. This is something I wanted to do, particularly because most of these copies are going to friends and family. So disclaimer of that, you don't need to do this if you don't want to, or you can't afford to. That is okay. This is something optional that I'm doing because I wanted to do it. So do not feel the need of like, oh, this is another expense I'm going to have to incur as an indie author or whatnot, because you don't, unless you really, really want to, like I did. This is something I'm doing for me that is going out to, yes, I am, obviously, like I said, I am sending it to a few influencers who had reached out to, who I thought might like this book and who I really admire and I love their content. So I thought it would be fun if they got a copy. They are under no obligation, and which is why I'm not going to say who it is or who I reached out to, because they are under no obligation to talk about my book. They're under no obligation to review it or anything. They don't have to mention any of it. So if they want to talk about it, that is, I will never say no to that, but that is up to their discretion. So I'm not going to say who those particular people are, because also if they don't like my book, that would be really sad for me if I was, gloating about talking to this one person and they didn't end up liking it. So it is up to their discretion if they choose to read it or not. With that said, let's talk about what we're going to be putting into it. So I've got the actual boxes are in here. So those are going to be the boxes that I will be putting everything into. Fortunately, what I have is they've got instructions written on the side, so I just get to basically assemble it and all that kind of stuff. There are versions of this, and this is something I might do in the future. I don't know. Really highly depends on how things go, but this is just like a generic standard white box that I'm going to be putting all this in. You can, and I'll show you the ones that came from this company. It's called Vistaprint, and you could, if you really wanted to, have like a specially designed cardboard box. And a lot of people will do that, especially for PR, because it's like you put your labels and you put your, special design stuff. And I've seen a lot of authors who will do it, but those are expensive. This cost me, I think, $20 for all of these boxes, whereas the same amount of these boxes for the specialized one would be $200. So I don't have that kind of money yet for this. Not going to do that. But what we got for the actual packages. So I got these little gel pens. So each person's going to get a gel pen. All of the colors for all of the stuff I'm going to be putting into this box is related to the cover of the book. So they're either purples or like a reddish paint color, or like a coffee-ish, like a light coffee-ish, like a latte color. So just keep that in mind. So I've got the gel pens here. I have, these are from the Vistaprint that I was telling you guys about. So these are bookmarks. And I designed these myself. And I'm going to show you just one of them because there's a couple different versions of these. So, and I'll show you what I mean here. So this is one of them. I'm going to bring it up to the screen if my thing wants to focus. So this is one version of the bookmark. So friends to lovers. So the tropes of the book are friends to lovers, fake dating, forced proximity. What else did I have? It's always been you vibes, that kind of thing. Golden retriever, NMC, that kind of thing. So that's where a lot of this is a variation. So there's 3 different versions of this. So there's the friends to lovers, there's the fake dating one, and then I think there's a slow burn. Oh, the other one I put is a slow burn. So there's 3 different versions of this with either, you know, the thing says you had me at friends to lovers, and then the other ones are you had me at slow burn or you had me at fake dating. So I've got the couple that I got in the character art for, and then the back of it is just to pick an image of the book itself, some of my social medias, and then here at the bottom, it's the QR code for, I believe I have the QR code for my website, but don't quote me on that. I forget which one I did for that, but that is for this variation of that. So I have, again, friends to lovers. I have slow burn, which is in the reddish paint color, and then I have fake dating, which is in the like purple-ish, like the lavender kind of color. Like you can see the book's spines in the background. So those are that version of it. I also have another version, which I will show you this one because there's no other variations of this. I thought this was cute. It's another bookmark, and it's just like a ticket. Do I have that upside down? Yes, I do. So it's just like, it looks like a little movie ticket because there is a scene in the book where they're going to the movies together. So I thought it would be cute if they had like a little movie ticket. I thought that would be really, really cute. So it's the title of the book, a ticket, and then the tagline of the book, which is when romance needs a bit of research. And it's just on both sides. So each package is going to get either one version of the you had me at trope one, or yeah, they're going to get one version of this depending on which one I think they would prefer. We'll see. And then they will also get one of the movie ticket one because that's the one I have the most of. So I've got all of these. I've got some like romance book stickers. So those will be really fun. These are just generic ones that I got off of Amazon. So they're not anything super, super specific. This is another one of that. I got, I want to show those last. This is what I'm going to be writing the personalized notes for. This is like a PR card that I created. So, and again, each author, usually if you go to like a book event and you see a table with an author, an indie author or whatever, they're going to have some version of this on their table for whatever book they're promoting or all of the books they're promoting. It really just depends. But it's basically like, let me pull it out. It's basically like, for this one, I've got the tropes on the front. So this one's just advertising. And I'll put the image on screen so you can actually see what this looks like. But the front of it has got the book cover, some character art, and then the tropes that are all in the book. And then the back of it is just like a quick little like blurb, I should say, just like a couple lines. So this one is a writer looking to write her first funny romance. Her best friend offering a unique solution to her lack of romantic experience. What happens when romance needs a little bit of research? So this is the PR card. So I was going to include like a little note on the back, which I'm kind of now realizing I probably won't be able to fit any like written stuff on here. So this will be just like an additional thing that goes into the box. And then I will put an additional like little handwritten note in there to go with these. So that is another thing. I have these little book tab marks. I wanted to get something that kind of fit the color scheme of, again, the cover. So I've got these little like pink, purple, bluish kind of ones. I thought these were really cute. And then, let's see what else I have. Oh, this is my favorite part. So I saw these and I thought this is cute. And again, this one's more of the, like, I guess, splurge item. But, and you can't really see them super well, but they're little strawberry stud earrings. I just thought that was so cute. They're little strawberry studs. And, you know, I don't want to spoil anything for the book, but there is a scene that, like, there's a whole thing with strawberries. So I really wanted to include something with a strawberry theme in it. So I got these little earrings. I thought these were really, really cute. So that is what is all that's going into the box. So let's cut over to me trying to put these together so you can actually see what one might look like once it's done. So flash forward.